Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boy, CryptoKeeper. Today, welcome to Crypto Wars episode. Well, this will be technically episode 2 of Trading Wars. This is the redemption bracket. So we've got two men backstage ready to dive after some trading action today. So, gentlemen, I know you can hear me backstage. If you guys can go ahead and jump into a trade, I'm going to do some little house cleaning stuff. So if you guys want to just start trading, feel free. Just letting you guys know I didn't tell you that before we came up. Smash the likes, fam, if you haven't already. We're going to have some fun today. Let me give you the rules. The rules are they can trade anything they want that is on the exchange. Shout out to our sponsors, Market Cypher and LevX. Market Cypher, there's a 20% off code in our description. And then LevX has provided the liquidity for the traders. So shout out to them. They're our new partner. They've been fantastic to work with. So thank you, LevX. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make some money and have some fun at the same time, get involved, join the competition. The link is in the description as well. The top 3 traders are going to win money. And depending on how many people trade, I've been kind of paying attention. It's been a little slow starting. I'm hoping some more people jump in, but these numbers could get really big. The exchange is really wanting to go hard on these competitions and get you guys involved. So if you want to win some money and have some fun, you're not trading against the traders. You are trading for yourself against the other, audience members. You're not trading against, Crow and Magic and all the people on the show. So let me jump into the chat real quick. Then I'll bring the guys up. This is giving them a little extra minute to kind of look at some charts without having to worry about me asking questions and whatever. Crypto Wander in the house says, yo, what up, everyone? Smash the like. Make sure to do that. Crypto Chef in the house saying, Crow your coins. Yes, sir. I'm sure Crow will love to hear that. Enrique Suave says good morning and good afternoon. Who else we got up in here? We got French Toaster in the house. Kagar in the house. Sophisticated. Listen, I can't even see your whole name here, but it's like sophisticated dirtbag fly fishing. Yeah, that's what it is. Yo. And then Enrique said, all meme coin longs go. Yeah, I missed one, which I had a good heads up on. I was talking to Crow about it a little bit ago, but is what it is. All right, let's bring up the gentleman in the back. First of all, Crow your coins, Crypto Crow. Crow, what up?
Ready to fight and bust this dude up.
Ready to bust this dude up. And this dude being Magic Internet Money. What's up, Magic?
Oh, man, just chilling. Literally chilling.
So I want to throw this out there, guys. We're not only going to, so you've got to execute at least one trade, but you also got to dive into my little game. And so we're going to kick it off with this. You guys can execute this trade whenever you want. So it just has to happen before the end of the show. So let me know when you get into the trade. You can get into the trade.
I'm already in a trade.
And that's fine. I'm saying my little.
If I close it out, it's going to cost me like $30.
No, I'm not asking. No, I'm not asking you to close. You don't have to close out the trade. You can add this. You can do it later. Whatever. So what are you saying? You got your whole bag in there already?
I only trade full bank. That's why. That's why I'm here. I degen hard with my full bank, and that's it.
Well, somebody said that you were going to have a hard time beating Magic. This is a fresh playing field. Even though Magic has got more money in his account, we're going P&L. So this is just heads up, getting after it. Same rules for both of them.
If he only trades with $5, he's not going to have any fees. So even if he goes up, his P&L he'll be easy. It'll be easy to beat me. From what I hear, he's very, very conservative.
No. But I'm saying his P&L versus his bag would be the same as your P&L versus your bag.
Yeah,
percentage.
So whatever you start
percentage for percentage. Yeah. Like I'm going with your starting versus your ending. So that's why I asked you at the start what your.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to degen and lose this shit, but it's okay. He's got a cooler hat on.
Just hiding my hairline. That's all.
All right, so you guys can do this whenever you want. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm gonna Magic. We'll go with you first, since actually Crow. You know what? I'll go with you first since you've already got your whole bag in there, just so you can figure out when you want to do this at some point today.
If the bag don't fit, you must acquit.
If the bag don't fit, must acquit. All right. So let's pull this up real quick. Actually, let me pull the other one first. Let me share the other screen. Give me 1 second.
I'm just waiting for this little mini pump to finish so that it can go back down because I'm in a short. And we're getting close to where I drew this shit out. So
there we go. I don't know how I survived without two screens before. I used to always just use one screen, and it was driving me nuts. And I finally
I have
got
3 monitors with like 8 screens open constantly.
well, I guess what I meant was monitors. So I got the second one now, and I feel like I want a third. It would really it makes it nice. I can
Get that Odyssey Arc, that new one.
the one that's like this.
Well, no, I have one of those over here, but
Okay.
the newest one I got, it's like a giant square, and you can literally have 4 full-size windows. You can have as many as you want, really, but my full-size windows are
How
like
big is the
32
screen?
inches. I think it's like 59.
Oh, okay,
59
so I
or
mean
60.
it's
Might be
a
69.
big screen freaking TV size.
It's the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life. It literally blocks the entire doorway.
Okay,
So I can't. Yeah.
But
it's awesome.
you can have. I mean, shoot, if it's that big, you can have probably 29-inch screens, all like 4 of them, and still be able to see really well.
Pretty much, and I can
That's
click
nice.
it over to make it a TV. I can control it. I have this.
How much was it?
This little panel here. It controls the whole thing, so I can switch in and out of different inputs and go. How much was it?
Not cheap.
I think it might have been. I don't remember. I think it might have been like $2,000 or $2,500 or something.
Okay, all right. Not insane, but all right. You guys know we love spinning wheels. So who wants to spin for their asset first? I don't care.
I'll spin. Go for it.
Here we go. Let's see what it is.
Better be Bitcoin, because that's what I'm in. Doge. Come on.
Now it's gonna be Dot.
All right, Dot.
Polka Dot. All right, so you've got Dot, and then Magic. You are going to have Arbitrum.
Oh, cool. We're bouncing off my line. Exactly. Thank you.
All right.
Go ahead and dump hard for me.
So you've got Arb, you've got the Polka Dot, and then Crow. We're gonna hit your leverage here. Let's see what we got.
How do we only have 3 likes?
This will only depend. This will depend on which asset you're trading, whether it'll let you do this. 2x, you should be able to do that. You got a nice little hit on that one. So Crow, you're 2x, and then Magic. I don't know how heavy it'll let you go on Arb. I'm not sure, but go.
It only let me go 33x on
it'll let you go.
Bitcoin. I was like checking it out to see what the limitations were. And
Oh, you guys both got a 2x. Good gracious. All right. Well, it is what it is. The wheel doesn't lie. The wheel speaks. Okay, so 2x on Arbitrum, 2x on Polka Dot. You guys can execute the trade whenever you want, and then whatever other trades that you would like. That's just to kind of spice things up, and I'll check in on those. So yeah, Magic, is the weather better?
It is getting there. It's back above freezing almost, but it's going right back to like negative degrees here soon. So
Crusader says we need to get rid of the 2x garbage.
I'm in my Doge trade at the same time. I had a little left over.
Doge, it was Dot.
Oh, God damn it. Man.
It's okay. It's okay. Listen.
Oh, I love this show.
That's like half my fees right there.
No.
Maybe I should have paid better attention in school.
You know what's funny is you said Doge, and then the dot came up, and you're like, "Oh, it's Dot," and then you went straight in and.
This is why I used to get in trouble all the time as a kid. I'd confuse court dates. I'd get a speeding ticket. I'd go on the wrong week, and they'd tell me, "Hey, there's a warrant out for you because you didn't show up." And I'm like, "You sons of bitches!"
Oh,
always been a problem.
Just showed up on the wrong date. Crypto fam, if you guys don't know, so if you're new to this, so the way we have it set up on Mondays, we're kicking 2 people each week, and the audience can save one. The audience or the contestant that gets saved comes on to Thursday. This is the redemption bracket. Magic, unfortunately, just ended up here because he wasn't able to show up, but there was no other fair way to do it.
He was scared.
Magic got scared on the first
without
the
power,
first day.
freezing my ass off. I lost water that same day too. It was great.
You lost water
live in
and
Puerto
power
Rico?
on it?
Yeah, it ended up freezing everything. So
Oh,
yeah,
he ain't freezing.
it was a good time.
He's in Kansas, Toto.
Kansas. Not in Kansas anymore.
So yeah, so that on Mondays, so next week on Monday, this coming Monday, there will be 8 people, and then there will be 6 and 4 and 2. But the final one will be actually 3 people because somebody's going to make it through the redemption bracket, which is on Thursdays. So Mondays and Thursdays are Trading Wars. That's the kind of roundabout way of telling you guys that. And if you want to get involved with Flip or Hodl, just throwing this out there. Game plan is run the next game on Friday. There's $4,100 available. The way we've got them set up is your super chats are worth 1 spot a piece. Every dollar, put your name on the wheel. And if you're a member, it's 2x that. And if you gift memberships, it's 3x.
Oh, we broke out of my line on a 1 minute.
I am, let's see, I'm still positive in my trade. Let's see here. I'm up about 7% right now on a Bitcoin short. I actually wanted to get into the short a lot earlier today and didn't get the chance until I sat down and started.
Well, of course, I was watching it all just go while I'm sitting here waiting, and I'm like, I can't wait anymore. And then I basically just caught the tail end of what was happening, of course. So,
Magic, what are you looking at? I mean, I'm sure you're about to tell me Bitcoin.
I'm long on ARB and I'm long on Bitcoin.
Long on ARB and long on Bitcoin. Can we take
So he's watched this show before. He knows to just do the opposite of me and he'll win.
That's not what I was going to say, but
the inverse Crow.
He didn't even have to look at charts. What did Crow do? Okay, I'll do the opposite. I'll be good. I'll go and take a nap.
So, this is where we're at on Bitcoin. I got in on Bitcoin at 41,534, and then I got on ARB. I just 2x'd it as soon as I could figure out how to get to the market order on that as long as well. Main reason is you're just oversold. You've actually just come into the previous week low. This is a really messy chart, so I do apologize in advance. But you just came into like the previous week low, and you took it by a couple dollars. So I'm expecting a back test of at least the Monday low and weekly open, which was kind of the idea behind this long. But realistically, your daily point of control should be coming in somewhere. And if you want to be really, really conservative, you could pull like the New York session. You could go to like the 6 a.m. mark from over, and you could just say, yeah, I think 41.8 could be in the cards. And your overall gold pocket's above you. But if you went real local, because this is a local trade, your gold pocket is there as well. So I'd be looking somewhere around 41.7 to 41.8, depending on your exchange. On the bounce, that's what I'm after. Is just
trying to catch that little bounce because it's a short term.
Yeah, I can't short down here. We're right at like somewhat support. On a move like this. And when you look at oscillators, you've come into oversold territory. You've actually been liquidating quite a few people as well, hitting the 500 delta line that I've got on my chart. So for me, this is it's a buy signal, high or low, looking for the 46 on the RSI to get cracked right here. And then if that happens, you'll run.
But let me
order flow there. So
let me ask you this though, on the longer term, you had mentioned you were short on Bitcoin. Are you still thinking we're going lower?
Yeah, I've got targets down to like almost, I would say 28K is kind of the bottom one, but I took a short on Bitcoin. I've been talking a lot of smack on people, telling them if they want 50K, they'd have to wait for January. I've been putting it on my Twitter for months that 50K in January, and that's what we said in July. And so I took that short blindly. I just preset for it.
Hold on a second. You're saying 50K next year?
No. I was saying if you wanted 50K, this was last year in July. I said, if you want 50K, you're gonna have to wait for January.
Yeah.
And this is when Bitcoin was topping out originally in like the 30s. So that was the plan. It was all based on time, not really necessarily based on anything else. So that's completed. And now I'm just gonna let that short ride. I'm on a couple altcoin shorts here and there, like STX and stuff, but those are just short-term plays. But Bitcoin's more of a hedge, so I'll hold that. I've got my longs from 16.6, so if I get stopped out of the short, I really don't care that much. It's one of those things where
do you have a bunch of leverage on it, or just a little bit?
No, it's like a 5x position. It's a 5x. It's a hedge. So if Bitcoin retraces to like 28 to 34, give or take, it's one of those where it's a trade that I'm not willing to pass up. And there is always the chance that, this time is different, right? We don't know it's going to be the same. So I like to open up a hedge like that, because then it allows me to kind of play both sides of the market. I got my longs from lower. I've now got a hedge from up high. If I end up being wrong about this being the same type of bull market we always get, then I can just close out of my longs and profit and let my short continue to print for me. So, or vice versa.
Well, I'm hoping to see some upside movement at some point. But I told Crusader the whole time, I was like, dude, I really think we're gonna dump from this ETF. I didn't have any factual information behind it. I just genuinely felt like a lot of it was priced in, and that we would have these institutions playing games with our money, blah 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 blah. And so far, that's kind of what it looks like. And now everybody's bearish, right?
You know, what's funny is everybody was so bullish about Bitcoin and that ETF going into it, Bitcoin to $1 million type shit. And then once we get bearish reaction off of there, now it's, Bitcoin's no longer decentralized and
going to
dead.
zero.
And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, you're just here for clicks. Stop it. Yeah. You know,
have you heard Blockchain Backer is calling for a 3K Bitcoin? He's saying the whole financial. Now he called the top. I get it, of the last bull run. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But he's calling for the collapse of like our whole financial system.
I actually have some pretty bearish patterns on like traditional markets that I'm watching. So like for me, that was kind of confluence for the short on Bitcoin. I was like, oh man, you know, SPX is hitting some major targets for me, topping targets that I was looking for. So could push a little higher, but it's one of those things where I'm not buying up there, to be upfront with you. So could it be the financial collapse? Sure. I mean, probably just means Joe Biden's getting reelected. No, I'm kidding.
Touche, good friend. Touche.
Yeah, it is what it is. So I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just trying to play the safest position for myself. That's all I'm doing. Take the best trade, right?
No doubt. Crow, you are in a Bitcoin short right now on the show.
Yeah, Doge and Bitcoin.
Doge and Bitcoin short. Can you pull up your Doge dot trade real quick? Let me take a peek at it.
Yeah, hold on. Which one? Yeah, this is my Doge. It's just barely getting into profit right now. Where's my share?
Should be bottom middle, I believe. It looks different for you than it looks for me on there, but
where the hell is it? I've got too many windows open. I can't find it. Hold on. I'm trying to hide it from
While Crow is finding his screen share, smash those likes, fam. If you're not following Crow, if you're not following Magic, I've got their links down below the stream. They're going head to head, having some fun today. We are going to be chatting some crypto, just kind of paying attention to the markets as well. I'll pull up a couple things. So chat, you guys want to get involved. Also, just throwing out there, if you guys want to toss in those super chats, there's not a lot of names on the wheel for... Well, it's supposed to be tomorrow. I'm hoping we go tomorrow. The game plan is to go tomorrow for $4,100. So I'm figuring out who the sponsor is. Hey, look, I see green on unrealized on both of those. So that's not a bad thing.
Doesn't mean anything.
I'm just saying it's green right now. That's it. Just saying it's green right now. Okay, so Doge we're short, and then that's a 2x? Yeah, because that's what I threw at you. And then Bitcoin, you got a 10x. Why do you have cross on your? I guess it's not really going to matter. Is it going to matter? Oh, that will matter. Yeah, change your position on Bitcoin to isolated.
No, don't do that.
What?
Just messing with you.
I was like, damn, fucking savage. I'm like, I think that is going to matter.
I don't even know where to do that on this exchange.
So on the top, the little settings gear, I think. You see where it says isolated 10x 50. I can't. My logo's in the way, so I can't see your screen that well. You see that? There you go.
Oh shit!
Change it to isolated. There you go.
I thought it already was.
Well, I don't know. If you look down at your Bitcoin position, scroll down. It says cross 10x.
Oh, it's isolated on Dogecoin.
Oh yeah, maybe click into your Bitcoin position and change that, just so that it doesn't screw you.
It'll just drop my damn bank down again. I'm sure.
What? You're not going to get charged. Nah, Magic. That won't do anything, will it? Changing from cross to that won't change anything, will it?
I actually don't know. There's only one way to find out.
Request failed due to position.
Oh, you can't do it once you open the
I don't know that you
position?
can change it. I didn't know you could change it mid-position. That's why I was kind of like, I
Damn.
don't know that you can actually do that. But
Well, you would be the expert. I would have never argued with you.
I don't
just
trade a
thought
lot
maybe-
of cross, so it's one of those things. I do a lot of ISO because I like to be able.
You
to
do a lot of
calculate
cross
immediately.
dressing, but
That's
other than that,
you know, man, we all got weekend hobbies. You know,
that's right.
So.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Jenna wants to know a 2x. Jenna, I know it was a 2x because I spun this damn wheel and I literally put a 2x on there thinking, not a chance it's going to hit that. Both of these fools hit a 2x. We need to put a couple zeros behind that. Jenna was on here the other day. Magic. She did really well. But she was the first person to beat the hot seat. So we're doing the hot seat on Mondays, where we make you do exactly what we do. Okay, you were able to see some of it.
Yeah, no, I watched it back. It was a good show.
She likes to throw some high leverage on there. She was
There's
like,
nothing wrong with
it's like a 30x or something. I'm like,
I mean,
oh, is that all?
Technically, this is house money anyway to me. So I'm
That's true.
30x away. It only let me crank up the leverage to 33x on mine. I didn't know if like
on
that
what?
was on LevX for Bitcoin.
For
Like
Bitcoin?
it told me my top leverage was 33.3 on isolated. So that's because it said that would to be careful that high leverage was
be careful. High leverage is scary.
Because when I went to it, now it says I can do 100. Never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say you should be able to 100x it.
I was gonna go 69x long.
Of course you were.
We were gonna be in a nice little spot here, but oh well.
Well, you know you can change that. You know you can change that mid position. So don't tell me you can't change that. You already know you can.
I never changed mid position to something like that. So, yeah.
Okay.
I closed both of those and then I went full. What is it? 19x isolated long on Bitcoin.
Well, hold on a second? Did you just close out some profitable trades there?
Probably, but well.
But that's great. I mean, that's the point here, Crow. Look at you.
Now it's going to go short on me.
Don't do that because I'm long. Don't be doing that to me, Crow. Go back to short.
No, don't worry. Well, I don't have enough money to make anything matter right now. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. I doubt it though.
I put a small enough position on this short that I have that I pulled my stop loss. I just went ahead and run this thing because I do believe we're going a lot lower, and I want to see this. I want to make a nice big fat juicy trade. I want to watch this thing go down.
Well, we broke out of the line that I was drawing on my other chart, and I feel like it's slowly just kind of climbing out of that. So, like, I'm seeing resistance around the 41.5s, like 41.6, but it's thin. So we might break out of that too. Now I'm looking at a 1 minute chart right now. So
you say you're looking at a 1 minute chart?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know everybody's saying the lowest should have been 10x. I get it, guys. I'm sorry. We could always just have them toss a zero on the end. They can always change the leverage mid.
Listen, it's just more fun when you totally.
You just did what?
I didn't even do TA on ARB. I just literally went there and opened the 2x long because I was like, well, that's a 50-50 chance. So
you said I didn't even. That's a first, bro. I've never ever heard you say that. This is the guy that took a loss on a 1v1 because I told him he had to execute so many trades. And you're like,
I took a W on the positive P&L. So I mean,
doing that. Took a dub on the P&L, but I'm taking the L because I ain't opening that many trades.
We're turning over a new leaf in 2024. We're trying to, like I'm getting
do it
more
for the entertainment.
I'm getting more like medium sauce instead of mild on my stuff. All kinds of crazy stuff going on over here. Putting salt and pepper on my chicken, it's wild.
Well, you know what? If you start doing content and trading like you troll people on Twitter, that will be
that is content. That's professional content.
That'd be a big move.
See, I just talked to my dev last night. We're about to make some big updates to my trading bot.
Oh yeah,
I don't have to deal with this shit anymore.
Is it? I mean, is your trading bot literally just set it and forget it?
I mean,
nothing's ever really set it and forget it, but kind of. And we're gonna set it up so that I can start using AI to write strategies in Pine Script, load those into TradingView, and then my bot will trade the TradingView trigger points. So
nice.
It's going to be pretty fucking awesome, honestly. I'm like pumped. We confirmed last night that he's going to be able to pull it off.
But you will only be able to do that. You're not saying that the people that buy your bot?
No, everybody will be able to do it. Once we release this new update, everyone will be able to do exactly, because I'm going to be doing a shit ton of content about, because you know how you see all these strategies on YouTube? Well, we'll be able to run those strategies through AI.
Okay.
Create the Pine script for that exact strategy, load it into TradingView. You just paste it in, and then through the TradingView API, it'll send those data trigger points to the bot, and the bot will trade them automatically. So you'll be able to experiment with every trade strategy out there, and your bot will be able to do it so that you don't have to get all caught up in emotions and stuff. And I'm going to probably be doing a different strategy a week, maybe more. I don't know. That's all I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking Cardano and new trading strategies. Like
that'll be pretty fire.
Profit trailer.
I guess you'll figure out real quickly what does well and what doesn't.
Well, you can back test them all too. So you can run it in and then let the bot back test over
effectively paper trade it for a while and see how it goes.
Yeah, or you can paper trade it. I find that so much more fun than all this
paper
trading stuff. Huh?
Oh, you're saying the bot trading and trying to program it to be successful for you?
Yeah, dude. I've always made way more money bot trading, just coming up with strategies, loading them into the system, and I'm too emotional. I'm a big crybaby. I'm like, I see shit, and the market makers know exactly what my psychology is because they fuck me every time. So, you know, guys like Magic Internet Money here, he's calm as a Hindu cow. Like, I can just tell by looking at him. He's like, oh, the numbers say this. I'm not like that. I'm like, oh shit, I got to chase this candle.
You know what the drawdown to that is, you know, social skills aren't exactly great either.
I get laid more maybe, but you make more money.
It's a give and take there. Those go hand in hand.
Magic, I know you started out with $1,000. How are you sitting right now?
Let's take a peek.
I
got my. I don't know if I'm still sharing my screen.
Yeah, I got you. Yep, I held them both of them up so that I can.
I've got a couple. I'm at 997, 998. Like I've got two trades open, so they're both positive, which is good.
Positive, but just by a hair.
By C hair, yeah.
He's only down by fees.
Yeah, a little bit. I market it in. I mean that. Is what it is. So
Crow, how are you sitting overall right now?
I'm about 22,068 cents.
22,068 cents. Let me see here. It looks like if my math is correct from what I thought you told me at the start of the show, you're down maybe $11.
I'm at 427.23 right now.
Yeah, so you're down literally like $11 or so. Okay, so it's head to head right now. Magic
it's hard
down,
to beat me.
Down a few bucks. Crow down. Crow, did you execute that Doge trade, the Doge dot trade?
Yeah.
Did it end up being profitable?
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't even pay attention.
I'm gonna guess that your closed P&L or your order history will show it. Let me see.
Doge close short. It doesn't even freaking tell me.
See the closed P&L. See what the closed P&L says.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Doge close short.
It's exactly plus 0.00.
So how do you exit out of a trade at a clean zero?
And if anybody can do it, I can. I'm in and out without a trace.
That's impressive. I am impressed, good sir. Crypto fam, if you haven't already, smash the likes, follow Magic, follow Crow. Having some fun today. This is the redemption bracket. So on Mondays, we started with 10 traders, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and then the final will be 3 traders that are going to come through. This is the redemption bracket. The redemption is going to be 1v1s on Thursdays, just as a reminder. If you guys haven't watched Trading Wars, we put all these traders into a position where they've got to survive, and that's kind of the theme, the ethos of season 3, which is happening right now. Survive. Every single week, somebody asked us last week. They said, "Well, wait a minute, what's going to happen?" So Alex O got immunity the first week. The trader that wins on Mondays, that is the top trader of the week, gets immunity for the following week. Cannot get kicked off the next week. So, but as Crusader and I were talking about this, we were like, well, we don't want 1 week to make or break somebody. And so we're doing it the same thing here as well in the redemption bracket. So like Crow got kind of beat up on Monday, right? He's here.
I earned my loser role here.
He earned his spot here, right? But that being said, we want it to be heads up, hands on, go every single time. So on Monday, guess what? The people that didn't do so hot, actually everybody did pretty well, but the people that took a little bit of a beating last Monday are not going to be a disadvantage. They're going to be heads up. We're going to start with what's your number right now, and we're going P&L, P&L, P&L. So that means every single week, everybody is pressing, trying hard to keep that top spot. And stay out of the bottom spot so they don't put in that hot seat. So if you guys haven't already been checking it out, check it out.
I see the comment, Crow and trading don't mix. Surprisingly, folks, I actually do pretty well on my own, but I have
it's when we force you to trade at certain times.
I don't do well trapped in a box and told like eat your way out. Like
that's right.
I'm way too I don't know what the word is.
Well, dude, I mean, we talk about it all the time. We talk about trading strategies, and one of the things that Magic will tell you, Crow, anybody will tell you, don't force a trade. So we're like, hey, come on to our show and we're going to force trades. We're going to make you trade. And so it's very difficult. So for those of you that are wondering, like, how come people aren't even more and more? Listen, we're giving them an hour and a half to execute, and we're making them do, things within that time frame. That's tough. If Magic or Crow jumped on, looked at the charts and said, yeah, this is a bunch of Fugazi, I'm not interested in anything right now, this doesn't look good, well, they would just walk away and decide, okay, well, I'm going to trade at a different time during the day, whatever. Well, with the way we have the show structured, they've got to trade. So it's
my last 4 trades off of this was a 33.7% ROI, negative 0.99% because I stopped out, and then a plus 19%, a plus 11%. Those 3 trades alone were about $5,000 in profit.
Oh yeah,
but that's trading like my timeline, what I look for on specific days of the week. So,
well, Crypto Chef said when he uses his indicator and he's trading in the morning, he's pretty profitable. So yeah. No, we know,
but it's all good. This is just my DGen fun hour. And he's got his fighting glasses on now, so he's like getting real serious and shit.
It's because I'm old, man. I just can't see.
It's because he spends 16 hours a day in front of the computer trading.
I try not to do that anymore. Like,
really?
I'm like Crow. I'm done I get up at 3 most days, 4, and I'm usually done trading by close to 11 a.m. I like trading the New York Open most, and then moving on with my life.
Okay.
Are you New York Open, man? That's where all the money sits.
Yeah.
Magic, are you actively trading stocks as well, or just crypto?
I trade Tesla. I will trade the SPX a little bit.
But actively trading it like day trading.
No, not like day trading. I swing trade those things. But those are all things that I'm looking for lower prices on at the moment. Have been on Tesla for a while, actually, still waiting on that one. But I predominantly trade crypto, but I do get into some stocks.
Well, I am up. Your boy Keeper is up on a trade.
That short. If you're short from higher, it's the way to go. I mean, just when we started the show, it's kind of like, damn, like it's kind of a ballsy short down here.
Yeah. I was short from higher, and it's continuing.
Oh yeah, look at it go.
Advantage right now.
Hey, I wonder if I'd be doing okay if I just stayed in my damn. This is what happens to me every damn show. Swear to God, it is.
Well, it needs to take this slow, I think.
Well, we're about to find out. I just know that I believe that things are just looking shaky. I actually had CryptoFace text me earlier today. He was texting me about something else, but he's like, bro, Bitcoin looks like absolute garbage right now. It looks like trash.
I just had this conversation on a show I did last week, and they're like, do you think it's going to go lower? I was like, yes. Yeah. Like it doesn't, all the statistics say it's going to at least 34K.
But I look at this as a huge opportunity, though. Let me ask you guys. This is a huge opportunity for people that otherwise have not had the opportunity to get into Bitcoin, or let's leave Bitcoin alone. These alts are going to get hammered from this, right? So let's say you got in, just kind of got in recently. You still have a great position for the upcoming bull market when it kicks. But now you might even have, if you're dollar cost averaging, a great opportunity. If this dumps down into the low 30s, bro, the alts are going to get smacked in the face. Hard.
Yeah, they will. I think it's a good opportunity if you've got a long enough horizon. Yeah, I mean, Depends on what you're
absolutely.
doing.
Absolutely.
If you're,
Depends on what you're
trading
doing.
for the bull market, then yeah, this is like where you want to start adding. For me, it's like all around anything under like 41K, kind of you start getting interested, so to speak. But I realistically, I think you've got a pretty good likelihood of coming back down. I don't know how much high time frame TA people want on this show, but yeah.
Well, you can show some for sure, dude.
Yeah,
It's a TA
I
show
got my
for sure.
screen up. This is what I was actually looking for. I'm looking for this.
Is
I'll
this
get rid of my
pattern?
screen.
Is this the bat pattern?
It's just a shark pattern. Bitcoin,
it's a shark pattern.
Bitcoin loves these things. Okay. So you're at the previous week low now. You want at least that 8861618 connection, which you're getting. So technically, this is a valid completion zone here in blue. But realistically, I would like this because I would like to take, and I've been saying this for about a week. I was like, I expect to take these lows, to be quite upfront with you.
Okay.
So we'll see.
And how low are those?
These are sitting at the range low right around 40K. The problem is if you don't swing fail these lows, like let's say that you do make it down this low, like we go through that little blue box I've got on my screen.
Okay.
You do come down to here. There's really nothing here. So if you don't bounce and recover the range,
in between like 38 and 40?
At 34, look what's below us. Like, what do you see down here? There's really nothing here. Yeah, so you can see how all these lows start to really kind of fall into that category. So if you start breaking below this box and these, local lows, then yeah, you're probably heading to 34, maybe even a little lower over time. Realistically, what I've done is I've gone through and started making like levels so that people can have them for an entire year in our group. That way they've got valid levels for the entire year. So this would be some right here. And you can see these are just standard deviations. There's your zero line where you start. There's no real hit pattern on that, like hit rate. But this one is the next one below 41K. And I'll get rid of all this other shit on here so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. So, below this box and below 41,009 here at the +2, you go to the +1. And that's all the way down at the yearly pivot, which they hit close to 80%. Now, there's not that much history on Bitcoin, but, what are you going to do? So working off of 2022, this was 2022's number, like lineup for the entire year. These would have been the levels you were trading.
This is all based on time.
Yeah, it's all based on timing. Yeah, okay. Good times. But you got to wait for the session to close. So once 2023 closed, now we've got data for all of 2024. So I do that for the quarters too.
I'm interested to see how much the timing, if some of that changes with any of the, like, for example, the ETF, like, does that change things? Are you trading differently, or do you anticipate to be trading any differently? No. Just because of, some of the players that are in that otherwise maybe you weren't in. We
make many jokes in our live streams about people that are going to be changing the way they trade for that.
Okay.
Because TA is going to be king, and because you can't control all these things that people are speculating on.
Right.
All these people are speculating on this this ETF, saying, oh, well, what happens when they enter the market and it's going to be like a supply shock? In reality, the only thing that we know for certain that's going to be a supply shock, an event like that, is going to be the halving. So we're speculating on things you can't control. You can only really control how you position yourself. And so I really urge people to invest in that. Invest in what you can manage, and you can go from there. Otherwise, you're just kind of like trying to crystal ball shit, and that's never a good idea.
Yeah.
People that trade the news and trade things like that generally get wrecked. Just kind of how it is.
Yeah, just basically you're saying the TA is the TA is the TA. That's not going to change whether you've got people coming in from traditional finance or not, because
the way I do TA is not going to change. The TA may change, but it's going to show me that change in the charts, and I'm going to trade accordingly. I'm going to trade what the charts are giving me. If the charts give me a really bullish scenario and we start breaking out above like 46,000-ish, give or take, up to like 46.6, then yeah, I'm going to look for potentially longs and say, okay, we're probably going to take it and make a new high and hit that 50K mark. How high could it go from there? Well, I mean, we could be looking to 52, 53 and trade from there. Those are things that I know to be not certain, but to be probable. So I can trade that. I can't trade what people are saying. Well, the ETF was approved, so I should be looking to long. All those people that traded that way by that logic, because it's a bullish event,
got smacked.
Oh yeah, they got roasted, man. But when you look back in history, I mean, anytime there was news like this, Coinbase, whatever it was, what was
the futures ETF? Same thing. That was
all these bullish events. Like, is it good for the space? Potentially. But that may take time to take effect. Yeah. Plus, pre-halving, there's always a dump into the pre-halving. So this was kind of the narrative to get people to buy the top, in my opinion. Just like the previous cycles. So until we actually get change on the charts and the price reflects that, I don't think you can say this time is different just because there's an event that you've been waiting for. That's eventually you'll be right. It's kind of like people that have been calling for a dump since October. They're going to be right eventually. Now
that's like Tom Crown on X has been saying like day 300 and something until I call the bull market or whatever calling the bull market, like calling it every day.
He technically was right though. About a year ago, it was about the time to start looking for long positions. For me, I was looking for November 8th. I was like a day off, and November 9th is the day it dumped down to like sub 17 and 16K.
But you've got a long coming down from there, don't you?
16,621.
Yeah,
position.
That's beautiful.
So it's not a bad position. It's a good position to be in.
That's definitely a good position to be in. Smash the like, fam, if you haven't already. Just throwing this out there just as a reminder. We have got Flipper Hodl happening. I haven't ran the little banner here recently, but here you go. $4,100 on the line. $1 super chat equals 1 entry. 2x multiplied if you're a member, and 3x if you gift any membership. So I am keeping track of all of that. There's not a ton of names on the wheel, so somebody's going to win some big money. Gareth Soloway is supposed to be coming on tomorrow. So yeah, make sure to be there, guys. He's going to bring his fam with him, and looking forward to having some fun and playing some Flipper Hodl. We'll have to have you guys on too. Crow, Magic, you guys will have to come on sometime and play.
Yeah, I'll cut my hair and
it's tough, dude.
For it.
Your hair look presentable.
I was gonna ask you, what are the rules on the ARB trade, by the way? What are these altcoin rules? So like we have to open one, obviously. How long do we have to keep it open for? Like,
you can the goal is to exit profitably. You can exit whenever you want. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
or with a complete zero across the board.
Or you could be like Crow and pick Doge instead of DOT, right? And
oh, that's right. It was DOT. Hold on, I'll enter a DOT trade real quick. Hold on. I'll do it with the rules.
I'm just busting your balls. Just busting your balls.
I just need something else to lose.
Magic, is it looking? Let me look at what you got going on. Are you profitable on Arbitrum here, or
if I mark it out right now, I'm pretty sure it'll be a 50, like a break even. I'll pull a Crow and it'll be a 0 with the fees.
I'm about to find out. That's
Well, no, there it is. Look at that. We're out. I think we're out in.
Okay, so check out your P&L.
Long. P&L is right here.
Well, your closed P&L, I mean, like in the close, go left next to trade history. Over. No.
Oh, there it is.
There you
go. Yeah. 24 cents.
Oh, 24 cent in the green.
We did it.
We did it.
Yeah,
we made it.
I was like, how long do I have to keep this thing open for? I'm just chilling watching this thing.
Made it. Look at Bitcoin dumping, baby. 41.2 and some change. I'm about to throttle my leverage even higher, baby. I'm at 15. I'm at a 15x in a short. So
it's gonna bounce at 41,225 ish, and it'll probably go back up a bit.
It's gonna bounce at what?
I think it might. We'll see if it. I'm watching it.
41,225 is what you're thinking, ish.
I want to see if it closes through.
Well, let's see some short-term stuff. What are you looking at, an indicator, Crow, or anything in particular that you're looking at?
No, I just drew a little channel, and
just on feelings, or
it's just always on feelings on this show. It wicked on my line, bounced up. Now it's inching a little closer. I'm curious to see. Well, I don't do any charting on the exchange because there's
no, that's fine. I just wanted to look at your DOT trade. You're so far,
8 cents.
You're so far profitable on your DOT trade too, homie. So look at you. Let's see, whose chart do I have open? Is this yours, Magic? With the
probably you had mine up. It was a really low time frame messy chart. I was going to adjust it a little bit, mainly because there's just a lot of stuff on here right now.
Yeah, what are we looking at low time frame here? Are we gonna?
Let me clean this up. Let me clean this up.
Here, I'll pull it off stream.
I'll show you my line that I drew and what just happened.
Yeah, let's see it.
Hold on.
You've got your LevX pulled up. Just let me know when you got it ready. I will. I'll pull it back up. Let's see here. Two Brain Cells said I might learn how to trade when I have extras of thousands for it. You know what? I will tell you, there's 2 traders on here right now that would disagree with you. You don't need to have thousands to be able to get on and learn to trade. It's definitely helpful. I believe
I would definitely not wait. I would not trade with thousands right out the gate. I would just put like $50 in an account, or
and try
go
to
to a platform like Crypto Fund Trader and spend $50. And if you can return 8% and then 4%, they'll give you $5,000 to trade with.
Oh yeah. Tell me that. Say that again. Like somebody else was telling me this, or actually I think it might've been you telling me this. Tell me this again.
I have like a $200,000 funded account there that I trade with because I've been having issues with finding an exchange I like. Even now I'm interviewing exchanges. They're constantly DMing me. If you see my Twitter, you know how much I don't like exchanges.
Yeah, I have seen that.
So one of the issues I have is, well, I kind of got caught in a bit of a pickle with Bybit when the KYC came out, because you could only pull off so much money.
Yeah.
And that was an issue. So I went and started sussing out, are there places that'll fund you to trade crypto, kind of like they do with Forex? And Crypto Fund Trader is one. Like, I don't have an affiliation with them. I've thought about it. But they're
called Crypto Fund Trader.
Right? Yeah, CFT. And they have their own little platform, so you don't have to download MT5, which I appreciate. And essentially what it allows you to do is leverage a little bit of your money to get funds. Now you have to trade within their requirements, meaning you can't lose a certain amount of the capital. So I think it's like 5 or 6%. If you lose that, they'll take your account away, because now you're losing them money. But you keep 80% of your profits, right? So that's the idea behind it. So you could take $50 and take their little, what's the trial, I guess, to prove that you're profitable. And if you can do so in their 2-step process, they'll give you $5,000 in an account, and you can trade that, and you can trade like 100 different cryptos, or you can trade indices.
And you get to keep 80% of your profits. You're using their money. Yeah. You obviously can't withdraw the initial. It's just like
the only thing that really got me was I didn't know they had a hedging policy. So I shorted the top of that move that came up on one of my accounts. And when it was coming down, it came to support. So I opened along the opposite direction, and that's not allowed.
You're not allowed to long?
Nope. They canceled. They closed my account, and I was like, "What the fuck, man?" I was mad. So that's a really good question. They told me that's just not something. And there's other platforms out there that don't allow that in terms of funded traders. So it was like, it's not unusual, but it was one of those things where I was like, I didn't know that was a rule, and that's on me. So I had to go back in and get re-verified and do that whole bit, get refunded, which kind of annoyed me, but it is what it is. So like a $200,000 account costs you $1,000 to do the evaluation, essentially. You got to think you're leveraging $1,000 to potentially get a $200,000 account. So if you're looking to protect your capital while you're learning, spend $50 to try to go get $5,000 worth of leverage. Because if you lose $50 and you lose the account, do you really care? But if you lose a couple $1,000 trading to learn,
you're gonna care.
Yeah, you're gonna care, man. Like, you're gonna care big time. And the cool thing about it is, to pass an evaluation like that, it's gonna force you to have to use risk management and learn how to like take small losses and take decent wins. It like forces you into that if you stick with it. So you might burn through a few $50 accounts, but it's way better than burning through a couple $1,000s that you saved up maybe for a long time to have. It allows you to really dollar cost average and be an investor in this market and a trader at the same time. So that's what I would say is good for most people that they should be looking at if they want to get into trading.
That's really cool that they do that. Obviously, they're just, I mean, think about it. By doing that, they can basically attract a whole bunch of people that ultimately could make money for them. I mean,
there's a lot of places that do it. It's a really big business. I didn't realize how big it was until this last year, speaking with some other traders that I used to trade with that now do it. Like, I've got one guy that he's no longer in our group. He's actually in a different one. And he blew like a couple $1 million trading the Russia invasion of Ukraine. He was long, and that dumped real sharply, and he didn't get stopped out. I think he closed his long basically at the low, and we were like, dude, our target's been 47.7 for a while. So he lost like a couple mil and really took a step back, and he went the funded route on different platforms and has been testing them out. And we DM each other on Twitter occasionally, and he's doing quite well now, but that was kind of the route he went after that whole experience. So, yeah.
That's sorry, I was just sending that.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
dude, I sent you that dick pic like an hour ago. You're just now looking at it.
That's how long it takes to send something that big. I'll help you out. Throw you the joke there. There you go.
I like it. Guys, sign up to LevX. We were just talking about getting, jumping in on an exchange, checking things out. They're doing up to a 5K bonus. The link is in the description. And no, you don't have to put in a whole Bitcoin. They're literally matching what you put in up to $5,000. There's like a small stipulation of the amount of trading volume you do, but it's a very small amount. It's not a big number. So use our link to sign up. We also, when you use our link to sign up, that puts you into the competition. So the top 3 traders are winning money. They're giving away thousands of dollars on that. So if you want an opportunity, check it out. We like it, and we have some connections at said exchange. So we're definitely.
What was his arb trade? 12 cents.
24 cents.
24 cents.
24 cents.
Right.
Also, La Grande Commission. Thank you very much for the super chat. $2 super chat said, put me in. Got you on the wheel. For those of you just jumping in, we've got Flipper Hodl coming up, $4,100 on the line. So it's a mix between deal or no deal and who wants to be a millionaire. Let's see here. Tyler said, I've wrecked a lot of accounts, and with CFT, I've been profitable. It's the only thing that gave me the will to be disciplined. It is an interesting idea.
I trade both personal and that. I've like one of my bigger short, the hedge is a personal account, obviously. So, you know, you can do a little bit of both. And exchanges like this one, you can go on and buy crypto, and I assume you can, you know, take it off. So it's like, it's a good place sometimes to put some money, do some trading, and then get off when it's, you know, not a convenient time or conducive time to you, maybe do some swing trading or sell those spot bags or whatever it is.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's not for everyone either, because what I don't want people to do is go on to something like that and then get a gambling addiction because like they trade too much. You know, that happens to people. So, but you know, that's the only thing. You know, you can still nickel and dime yourself to death. You know, that can happen. But yeah, sorry for the Debbie Downer talk, but.
No, that's all real talk. That's a real. This show actually got me into day trading. I kind of dabbled years ago, and then I got into bot trading and actually made money. And then they pulled me onto this show and said, "Hey, you want to do some day trading in an hour at the worst time?" And I said, "Yes."
You're like, hell yeah, great. Bro. Let's do it.
Let's show the world how competent I am. But yeah, I mean, I started degenning hard, and I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to have to really start diving into this. And I started doing pretty well. Like I've been doing well on my own for the most part. This show kind of gives me, I look at this show honestly, because when you're on your own and you're doing everything kind of by the book and you're following the indicators and you're measuring shit out and you're trying to be cautious and use stop losses and everything, this show is where I just say, fuck the world. And I'm like, degen, full bank, 10X, 20X, whatever happens. And it's almost like going to the gym, right? You go and you beat the shit out of the bag and you do your thing. And it's just like, you know, you got your diet and you got all this other stuff that's kind of like, oh God, this is terrible. It's boring. I need to hit something. So this is my opportunity to hit something, and it's a lot more fun. So, yeah. But when I first started, I had a lot of losses. I'd have a loss and a win, a loss and a win, 2 losses, 2 wins, and it was just all over the place. And then over I would say a month and a half, I started really reining things in, kind of establishing more discipline. So when people say you should always start with a demo account first, I know everybody's first inclination is to go and just dive in with your money, because if you make a good trade, that's money you win, but you're not going to make a lot of good trades early on. You're just not. So you use that demo, and then you get a system. Like me, I chart out like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I go and I look at the patterns. I see where the price is coming in on Sunday night, where we're going to be on Monday, and then I kind of plot out, all right, I see typically on Monday we're either going to get an early morning run or an early morning dump, and then I kind of follow that. And you just start seeing these systems and how things play out at the right days, at the right times. And then you start narrowing, okay, I'm only going to trade from this time to this time because this is what I'm expecting to see. And yeah, I mean, that's I don't know. This show has actually done a lot to kind of help me. It's kind of a venting platform, but it's also done a lot to kind of inspire me to like learn more and do more. But I am definitely looking forward to my bot and using my bot again.
That's dope, dude. I wish that I could spend more. With my other businesses, I just don't have the time and to sit down. Now theoretically, could I take time away from my daughter and like other things that I do outside of here and, you know, spend time truly learning, trading? Yeah, sure, I could. That's just not where I'm at right now.
It takes so much discipline.
I think at the point that I'm able to replace myself within my construction business and I'm able to go full time in just the crypto space, then it's a different conversation. I'll probably trade more. But for now, I look for opportunities and I'll take them once in a while. Actually, people were joking around about the inverse keeper on the show the other day. I've had some really good calls recently, and I think 3 of my last 4 trades have actually been profitable. So again, I'm looking for straight up opportunity. I'm not being forced onto a show like here and then, having to get in and out of a position. I would get freaking absolutely wrecked. I already
know who I honestly think would mop the floor with everyone on this show?
Who?
No bullshit. Crypto Face would probably give her a good run. They'd probably do really well together.
Face won season 1 and Bullish Trader won season 2. Who are you thinking?
Trade Travel Chill, Annie from Australia.
Trade Travel Chill. I don't think
Yes, nobody seems to know who she is yet, but I've been keeping an eye on her. I've had her on my channel once or twice. We chat here and there. This chick is bad ass. She's all about the market maker method, and she's very much about just all of those systems, man, and the tools she uses and everything. I just think dude, I watched one video of hers one afternoon. She started doing regular content. I made like $2,000 that afternoon just off of what she was going into, and I understood what she was breaking down. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. And I did. I made like $2,000. That was the first time I've ever watched somebody on YouTube and actually made money off of what the fuck they said.
Nice.
So,
and Travel Chill, is that her X platform?
She's on a TikTok. I actually know who she is.
Yeah. What do you think?
I used to try to give her advice back in the day when she first started. She's not
I'm trying
like
to
that.
think who this is.
There was a long she was going to take, and I was like, yeah, it's going to blow through that level. Just so you know, I know you're looking for liquidations, but that's not going to happen. And it did blow through that level.
Well, apparently she learned.
Traders don't like that. She goes off.
No, she follows me on TikTok.
She does like Traders Reality. She does a lot of liquidity stuff, Asia Session, Tokyo, all that. I've seen it. It's not invalid by any means. There are some stuff that when they say it, it's a bit fugazi. When they start talking about market makers, it's all just garbage that people tell you. But there is some truth to like how you can read order books through it too. So it's kind of like,
I'm gonna give her a follow back on the TikTok.
She's good. She's good. She knows more than most of the guys on that platform. I'll say that.
She knows a lot.
Yeah, most of the people I watch on there are like, no, I think she's good.
And
she's probably gotten even better.
She learned from Jacob Canfield, apparently, if you're familiar with him.
I'm familiar with Jacob. I've been following Jacob since like 2019. Pretty sure.
Dude, I met him in New York in like 2017, and I had no idea who he was. He's this short little dude. He looked like a teenager at the time. And he had just sold off, like he had this whole chiropractic practice and loaded all of his employees up. Yeah. But I didn't know much about him, man. And then him and Mark Moss were working together on a business. And I still just wasn't that familiar. And then he had that whole situation on Twitter. And then I started diving deeper into his content and what he does and what he said. I'm like, this guy actually knows his shit. And now I feel like he's so underrated, and he's not doing content anymore because of the bullshit.
Yeah.
So which sucks, because now I'm like, it's almost like you recognize somebody after they're dead and gone, and you realize what a value they were when they were alive. That's kind of how I look at Jacob Canfield right now. I wish he would come back and do more shit. So
yeah, no, he's kind of, I wouldn't say, he's probably one of the OGs on the platform that I've followed.
Well, we'll reach out to Trade Travel Chill, and like I said, she was following me on TikTok. I'm sure I can get a hold of her. I'll reach out to her.
I can send you her Telegram. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we could see if she might want to jump on.
The one I would like to get on here is a guy that I've taken a lot of his courses for, like order flow. One of the originals. Like I see a lot of people that copy his shit.
Who is it?
It's called Bitcoin Trading Challenge. His name is Bennett. Super smart. Like
influencer, not an influencer.
Straight trader. He has a decent, YouTube, about 40,000, maybe a little more.
Oh, so he's got a good feed. Yeah. So I would call that.
I've reposted some of his videos because people have always asked me like where I learned and like people that I like watching, and it's people like Bennett, because Bennett, all he does is produce like factual information. There's no like, hey, this is what I think is going to happen. This is, hey, the percentage of this happening is this. And this is what we can grab from this indicator, things like that. And here's how you can do it. And he shows you everything in his videos. He doesn't hide it. Okay. If you want to learn more about
like open Crown.
Yeah, kind of like Crown. Crown's more of a momentum trader. This guy's much more of a open interest and delta trader, which I appreciate because I think orders move markets personally. So that's the guy. But if I ever plugged anyone, that it would be that guy. He's very legit. I'm actually in his Discord, so
we got about 30 left. We got about 30 minutes.
No,
we got
Eric's
about
legit. Eric's been around. Eric's the first account I followed on YouTube. I followed him when he had like 5,000 followers. I was working at a car dealership at the time, and I used to listen to him with an earbud in, and I would just be ignoring everyone because he was so entertaining back then. Back then, it wasn't about
I like watching him. I've never talked to him. I don't know him
like
at
all
all.
these like little sound effects and stuff, and like the shitcoin police. That was hilarious.
I had no idea he was so huge either. I just saw his boxing.
He's 100,000 now. Yeah. He's big.
Let me just jump in real quick, gents. We got 30 minutes left until the show's over.
Sure.
Let me check in, see where we're. Let me do a quick check. Where are we at? Crow, what are you sitting at? I'm gonna pull your screen.
I was up like 14 cents on my dot trade. Now I'm down 3.
Okay, but is this current, that 427 number, 428 number?
Yeah, that's all current. That's live.
Right. Okay. So
I'm down $1 in my Bitcoin.
You're still only down like $12 today. Okay, cool. And then Magic. Let me see. Oh, whoops! I just put Magic in the back. I didn't mean to do that.
We're hitting our head on that 46 we talked about right here. Looking to get back above it, high or low.
Yeah, you're at 1,007 ish right now. So you're up about $7.
Yeah, give or take.
Oh. All right, cool. Just wanted to check in. Appreciate it. And what positions are you in, Magic? I'm in the Bitcoin position. I
am inside the Bitcoin right now.
In the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And how much is the Bitcoin leveraged? I can't see how much the
22x
Bitcoin is
leverage.
22.
Yeah, and I've got, what is it? Almost $300 in there, so not a ton.
Okay. So 6,600. Oh, what a surprise. $6,600 position. Is that right?
You love that? Yeah. Give or take. Yeah.
Oh my God. He gives like $6.66 super chats. Just
I got a thing for numbers. I can't help it. Yeah. Yeah, but I am in the Bitcoin. I'm living Michael Saylor's dream, his wet dream right now. So, yeah.
Crypto Chef asked what the P&L is. I mean, legitimately, we got Magic up about a part of a percent. Almost 1%, and Crow is down about 1.5%, 1.8%. So it's close. It is not doable, Crow. You know, we got 30 minutes left, so just throwing it out there. One of you guys better pay attention to each other, because one of you could do something wild at the end of the show to take you know what I mean? There's no rules against any of it, so just throwing it out there. You guys are really close right now.
That 100x nuclear option's always there, right?
That's always there. It is, and I'd hate to see somebody, forget that it's there. So let me know when you're ready to go nuke.
We'll go 15 minutes before, and we'll have to see what the bomb says.
See where we're at. We'll check back in about 15 minutes and see where we're at. All right, so Crypto fam, let me jump into the chat real quick. Crypto Chef Tyler Wood and Pablo Chuco all talking about Annie, saying that she's great. So we might have to to get her on here. Enrique Suave said the problem with TikTok crypto is that it's on TikTok. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm on TikTok because I like air fryer recipes. I don't make content on there anymore.
I'm on TikTok because that's where I started, and it's also where I get in freaking trouble all the time. So I gotta I've had to
TikTok was where I went to after my original channel got canceled that I'd been working on since like 2019.
Yeah,
lost all my followers, and I kept getting banned because they were banning YouTubers basically like crazy. It's right during COVID. And I kept trying to appeal it, and they were like, "Hey, we don't have anyone to actually appeal this because of COVID." They gave me that whole spiel. Google did. And they were like, it could be years, but we might let you know one day when we get to yours, and you'll get your channel back potentially. But until then, you're permanently banned. So I went to TikTok. I think I racked up like 50+K in 6 months, and then just I let everyone know that I went short in 2022, and then I just left the platform. I was like, see you guys at the bottom. Yeah. Went back to YouTube.
It's been TikTok can be fun and whatnot, but I remember waking up not too long ago to my account being permanently banned, and thankfully I got it back. It said it was permanently banned. I did get it back. I had to threaten them, which everybody was telling me that's not a good move. That's not a good move, but apparently it worked. But I just hate the fact that I have to legitimately man, I got to watch what I say. And I don't even, it's not like I'm putting out hate speech. I'm not going crazy. Like, you guys know me well enough to know probably some of the stuff that I talk about on there, but I don't go nuts. I'm not doing it. I'm not going full, even going Alex Jones with something, right? I feel like people are just too damn sensitive. And again, I don't want to get I don't even want to get us on trouble on here. So I don't even want to bring up the things that you can and can't talk about. But it's freaking ridiculous. I will say. It's ridiculous.
I was down to one strike on there, I think, and all I was doing was just like just TA. And I got
you were just doing TA and you kept having people
strikes for gambling and something practices, illegal practices. And I wasn't even shilling an exchange. I didn't shill anything. I had no links. Like it was just technical analysis. And they gave me that.
We'll be done here at about 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
My wife just got home and she says hi. She's hiding though.
She's hiding. I see that. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So Magic, a lot of it though is the people that are following you, the trolls or whatever. They'll just report you.
That's so weird to me. Why do that? It seems like such a waste. It seems like a waste of effort and like just bad karma.
So is a lot of what happens in our world.
There was a lot of influencer drama on there, but it seems to all go to Twitter now. I don't get on TikTok enough. Maybe it's still there, but it was always like bare naked and the weatherman and stuff, and that was somewhat entertaining at times. But yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out. We've seen some wild craziness happening here on YouTube. Some just absolute things that don't make sense, and we're trying to just figure out continuing to grow coming into this bull market. We're giving away more money than anybody that we know. We're trying to, we've got trading wars, which people seem to really enjoy, and just trying to stay on the cutting edge and the leading edge of like just having like entertaining people while also, bringing on the best people to help, people be able to figure out whether it's trading, whether it's just long-term investing, or whether it's just having fun. Like we want to be an entertainment channel that actually helps people make some money. I mean, that's really, but it's hard because so many people do the same thing, right? Like the news.
But you guys are doing it a little bit different. I mean, you guys are setting yourself apart, I think. So, it could be consistency. And then I like that you guys are changing things occasionally. Like you're not just doing the same thing over and over. And the reason I say that is you have to kind of change with the industry. So you got to figure out what works for you, and it'll start reflecting in your numbers, and then keep doing it, because that's all this game is. And it's not like back in the day. So when I started YouTube back in like 2019, there weren't as many crypto influencers.
Right.
And so it was pretty easy. If you were just consistent, you could grow. Like I saw some guys that had some bunk TA just getting followers because it was just the people were just looking for it,
Trade hour.
Yeah. So
you said by the looks of things, what? Say that again. I said, what did you say? You said,
I was saying people could have like bunk TA and people would just be like, I'm just looking for, anybody talking about crypto. Now it's like there's tons of channels. So you actually do have to put out consistently good content. You can't just be consistent. Whereas before, if you just made content, you got followers. We just recognize that, there's so many people doing news. There's so many people doing straight up trading. There's so many people there's just a lot there. And so it's trying to figure out like, how do you garner attention while still bringing value, while still like
Keeper's not fighting anymore?
There's just a lot, you know what I mean?
Because you got scared.
Because I got scared.
I heard about the rib thing, man. That sucks.
I'm just filling my wife in on what happened. I didn't know you could hear me. Sorry.
It's so bad, bro. It sucks. I can't sleep for shit. It's not good. Yeah.
What happens when you get into that at our age, man?
Well, dude, but it wasn't. I mean, the guy that I
heard he hit you with like
full on fight camp. Give me the spinning heel kick. Like that's not something that you.
If you would have just kicked the beard, you'd be fine.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. If I'd have just taken it on the chin, it would have been all right. But
I'm just waiting for my dot trade to be above 24 cents so I can close out of this stupid shit.
Is it moving that? Oh, it's a 2x. You're right.
I'm at 16 cents right now.
Yeah.
There's like no, there's like no movement on a 2x.
I mean, we could have went more
Thursday afternoon.
I think you said it was okay to do more.
Oh, you can definitely slide the leverage. Yeah, you could definitely throttle the leverage. You can go higher for sure. Throttle that leverage, baby. Don't don't say I told you to do it, and then that's why you lost or something, But I will say Bitcoin is taking a nosedive, baby. That short is moving in the right direction.
I know my personal account's loving it. My trading account for you guys is not.
See, I'm short on everything now. I have been.
He's like, I switched. Yep. I just same.
I should have just stayed in what I started with. Like that was my plan.
You crushed.
Initially. I was just going to start it and just sit and talk for an hour and a half until it was done. Whatever happens, happens. And then I listened to this hijacker talking about his longs, his short-term longs, and this and that. I'm like, you know what? That sounds pretty good. I think I'll second guess myself.
The problem with it is, you know, opening a short where I was is not something I'll ever do because you're so close to like the previous week low, things like that. It just goes against my trading rules. But in reality, you know, you're looking for a mean reversion on something that's essentially looking to open up potential volatility to the downside. So you're catching a knife. So it's kind of like that's why you don't see me going full tilt like you did. I'm like, oh man, I'll put $200 or $300 in, but this might actually like get pretty nasty at some point. So we'll see how this long pans out. I'm married to it at this point till the end of the show, unless
you are in a Bitcoin long. What was the entry point?
My entry point is 41,487. We are officially $100 below that. We're in the Bitcoin, but we're underneath the Bitcoin.
We are in the Bitcoin, but we are underneath the Bitcoin. Yeah. The Bitcoin.
Yeah, the Bitcoin.
We're just in a sideways channel now for this whole.
Yeah, your trend is down, sideways and down right now. Very slow. Yeah.
Thursdays seem to be rough anyway, and then as we get later on in the day, it just
we used to call them volatility Thursdays. Like that was the name for it back in the day.
But you're
Thursday.
Talking years ago.
Yeah, for just movement, volatility Thursday. Like last run was Thursdays were great. Now it's like Mondays. Mondays seem really good. So Mondays seem good.
Mondays seem to be that's why we decided to go with Mondays. It seemed like it made sense. It's and we're going earlier. 1:30 as opposed to where we were at. What were we doing? 3:00 every day. Switch that. So,
I mean, it's less likely I'm in a nap at noon versus 3:00. So,
oh yeah, that's right, because you're an hour earlier too.
Yeah, that's noon for me. That's like lunchtime. I'm awake. That's usually when I try to take a nap. So, I gotta do a show after this with someone else, but then I'm going straight to sleep.
Then you're going to sleep.
You're gonna sleep till dinner.
And then I was going to say, well, what do you, man, if I go to sleep midday for a couple hours, it ruins me.
I'm pretty good about it. There's very rare times that it messes with me, but it's like a routine now. I work out in the mornings. I get all my meals in the mornings. Believe it or not, I don't really like eat after lunch too much. Like dinner time comes around, I just have a bunch of water. You can see I've got my giant jug.
Yeah.
Make dinner for the kids.
Hold on, let me see that thing again.
This was I don't know if you like Universal Nutrition.
Oh yeah, Yep.
Yeah, they got a good multivitamin I used to take, and this came up as a suggested buy from a supplement website, and I was like, "Fuck, I love that thing," so I'm gonna get it. Yeah. It's all right. It's a little plasticky, but
it's a little plasticky. It's made out of plastic. It's a little plastic.
Well, they said it's not like they're like, oh, it's like bio something plastic, so it's not bad for you. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, but. It kind of just tastes like it's still got that new because it's new. It's got that flavor of like you left a package of bottled water in the trunk of your car.
Yeah.
I've tried washing it a few times, but if it doesn't go away, I'll probably just toss it. To be honest with you.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. All right, let's do a check-in. We're at like 2:43 right now, so we got 17 minutes. Where are we at, Magic? I'm gonna pull your screen first here. Let me see where you're at. You're at down about $18.
We're gonna open more of this long. We're gonna open more of it.
Oh, you're gonna double down on your long, okay? And then Crow, I'm pulling yours. Crow, you're down about $30, dude. This is close. You guys are really yeah.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down $12 now. Send it.
If we didn't count fees in the P&L, I'd probably be all right.
Say that again.
I said if we didn't count fees of me flipping and flopping, I'd probably be in a much better situation overall.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
I think you could be all right, man. Me putting a bunch of money into there could be a terrible idea. So
you might have just doubled. You doubled down
19.
But I got no choice unless I'm going to short the back test of the previous week open here. Then I'm pretty much fucked. Excuse me.
So you're thinking that. So are we at a key level of support, like right where we're at right now, or really close to it, Magic?
Yeah. So if you pull up my chart, this is just your regression for the New York session, which ends at the end of your show. Okay. And this is your previous week low. If you go over here to, well, this is your second standard deviation that I follow, but previous week low, you come in like this. A lot of times these are trades you want to see holding. So, this is the range from last week is how you need to look at it, right? So if I can get my mouse to work, there we go. And we'll make this white so you guys can see it. So this is the last week's range, right? There's the bottom of it. You really don't want to be living below it. You don't want to turn that into resistance, because then you're looking for probably your next weekly, target. In this case, looking below you, there's really not much, so you're probably looking to challenge these lows all the way back down about 40K in that case, if you lose this area of support. So 41.1 to 41.2 is pretty important. You lose that, then you're moving your targets down to probably like 40,500, 40,200. So for me, that's why I'm willing to long this region, because it will be an area that's going to at least get some action. Unfortunately, it's just chopping around it right now, but you can see what I mean here. Like, it's just sitting on top of it, you got your initial bounce was good. Now you're back testing it after going below the level. Now you're seeing, so you can either short support, or you can try to just degen long and catch a knife here.
Chop.
If you shorted anywhere right here, you might feel better, but I did not. So we didn't really do a very good job of getting volatility during the show. We got a lot like this. So
we got a lot of chop, which is why it's always interesting when somebody comes on, like Jason Casper likes to trade like a 5-second chart or whatever.
That blows my mind, man.
Right. Well, CryptoFace was looking at a 1-second chart the other day, and I was like, I don't understand trading well enough to know. My question is, are the rules the same whether you're on a 1-second chart or a 1 hour chart or a 1 week chart? Are the rules the same?
I don't trade the 1-second chart. The difference between those is just time frame. Like, you have to adjust your mindset. Like, if you're trading a weekly chart, you're not going to be making decisions on an hourly, basis. You're going to be like, okay, I can like look at the daily close and daily open and kind of decide what I'm doing. But if you're on the 1-second chart, like, you have to be able to like function right then. Like, you need to be on Adderall. You need to be on all the.
You need to be on Adderall. Definitely at a minimum Adderall.
Yeah, the minimum, you've got to be on some like class 3 or 4 schedule 4 drug. No, not financial advice.
Zooted out of your mind trading. That's
the most crypto advice ever.
I closed my dot at 25 cents profit.
Look at this guy. Always one up in me.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Now everything, I should have waited a minute.
Bitcoin dumping, baby.
Yep.
Let's go. I'm up about 18% on my Bitcoin trade. Come on, baby.
Nice.
Keep it rocking and rolling.
I'm up $30 so far, 31.
Nice.
I think I'm just getting
Are you getting absolutely smacked over here, Magic? Since
I'm down $30.
Uh-oh.
39, yeah.
Uh-oh.
You know what that means? We're doing something we should never do.
Which
dollar
is
cost averaging,
dollar cost averaging into a losing trade.
Bingo. Never fucking do that. That's like rule number 1 in any leverage trading. If you got a losing position, don't average into it. But it's one show.
But I've seen a lot of people do it.
I've seen a lot of people do it, and I've also seen people eventually lose all their money. So
doing that.
Yeah.
The thing is DCA isn't terrible depending on what it is.
Well, if you're DCAing in spot, it's different. If you're DCAing with leverage,
you need to have like 20. You need to have a budget enough to like be able to DCA like 20 times sometimes.
Well, then you're looking at a strategy that you could play in roulette, where you're like, okay, well, I know that I've got a really high win rate, but I have to have a bankroll that's capable of taking multiple losses in a row.
Yeah.
You have to like
I DCA.
I think it's called a Martin. That's more of a martingale system at that point, where you're like doubling your bets to average in and stuff. But that comes down to bankroll and management. You still have to have some form of. You need a testicular circumference of at least 5 inches to trade the one.
I have that actually. I'm sure.
I have that.
It's like, I actually know I have that.
Enrique Suave is always great for some good comments for sure. That's definitely smash the like, fam, if you haven't already. Make sure that you have got solid. For sure. Make sure you guys have on the bell notifications. This is Trading Wars. If you're not already signed up, make sure to sign up, guys. We're doing Levex is doing a 5K bonus. The link is in the description. So if you want some free money, get yours. Sign up underneath us and do some trading. And also on top of the 5K bonus, you're also going to be entered into the trading competition. And why not just go in there, have some fun? They're going to be giving away thousands of dollars on that too. The top 3 people are going to be winning.
Damn, we keep touching on the same spot and bouncing up.
What they're right around that 41.3 area.
Oh wait, I'm still looking at my dot chart. Damn it.
Well, Magic, Crow, what are you looking at then? Let me see what you got going on.
Well, now I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart.
Okay.
Well, you can see we keep bouncing off.
It's right around like 41,280, 41,3, right around there, right? And Magic, did you say that is a crucial point?
So I mean, this is, when you look at the chart, like this is a pretty big area just coming in. This whole region, like this is your previous week low. This is your standard deviation 2. I believe your quarterly is just above it. So yeah, this whole like little area, this has been support.
And for people that are newer to trading, standard deviation.
One standard deviation is actually 68 to 70%. This in particular is just using volume weighted average price. So that is just a dynamic average that once it closes, though, I like to keep the closures because then I have a static line and I don't have to worry about tracking it. And I just go off of those. And you can see that this was the deviation 3. So I was looking for a closure above this level, but I knew my short was going to be coming in around 49-ish because that's where the December NPOC in the gold pocket was. So no closures above the level. What do? I target the standard deviation 2 now. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't taken any profit
off of that short
because my target is technically lower. I was just hoping we get more of a bounce out of this previous week low area going into this show before maybe coming down to this. But realistically, I'm looking for 34. That's just the statistical target still. But 28 is actually your zero line. And that's a really big area of interest, maybe even a little bit below it to me. So we'll see if we get it. If you start looking at things just from a volume profile, I do a little bit unique things. I track things by time. I also use time and then separate them by 50% markers. And so above this 50% marker also tells me that the most volume done is actually right in this like 34, 33K region. So we should expect it. Plus you've got a harmonic that's telling you that you're heading there. There's a lot to just say, hey, we're heading probably to like 34 to 28K, give or take. So the thing about Bitcoin is though, it either goes lower than people think or it front runs it. And so a lot of people that are looking for 32K might get their ass blown out down to 20, 28 or even lower. So because everybody's now talking about 32 in the back test of old support, where they're saying we're going to come back and back test this. And everyone's going to be buying maybe up here in like 32 region. And it may come all the way back down into this area of the chart. You never know. You've got some targets here around 28K that are also volume targets, also standard deviation targets. So in that instance, be careful. You could run into some issues.
Yeah,
people like to get it surprises people, I guess.
Well, I mean, the reality is it's crypto. It's investments as a whole. Like you are trading as a whole. You have evidence of what it's done in the past. You have statistics. You have a lot of things you can look at for patterns, etc. But the reality is nobody knows, and so that's why it's called investing. That's why it's called when you're trading and when you're investing, you're looking at evidence and hoping for a result, but nobody knows. So when people will ask, like, what should I do here? What should I do there? Well, history and chart patterns and analysis and news and all of this tells me this. Does that mean that that's what's going to happen at any given point in time? Hell no.
Nope.
And we've absolutely seen that time and time and time again. And so, that's why the first thing that you'll hear traders talk about a lot of times is risk management, because there's a lot of risk involved. We don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where even if I say this has an 80% likelihood of happening, you have
to got a 20% chance of not.
Yeah. 8 out of 100 times, 20% of the time, if you traded that full tilt, you're going to get wrecked. So, and that's not going to go well.
Yeah.
So it is one of those things where, it's kind of like you said, nobody actually knows anything. We're all just kind of speculating and you just have to make sure that when you do lose, you just don't get, kicked out of the market. That's really the key to it, or kicked off the show.
Exactly. In this case, kicked off this show.
Yep. We got 7 minutes. We got 7 minutes to heaven for Crow here.
I already exited everything.
All right. Happens. So let me see. So Crow, what did you? Let me see. Pull yours up. Let me see here. All right. So you're out of your positions. 420. Right. You exited 420.
420, baby.
All right. So let me get the actual math on that. You started at 438 today. So let me double check this. I can do this in my head, but I want to give you an exact. Whoops.
Oh man, I'd be so much better off if I would have stayed, but I just kind of wanted to be done.
What is that? About a 4%. All right. Where are you sitting at, Magic? He's basically he took about a 4% hit.
Oh, I'm down like 18% from. Well, no, I'm technically down 10% on the entire account, but I'm debating on do we just go nuclear for the end of it and just watch this whole thing go to zero.
He is out of his position. He's at a negative 4%. So for you to win this, you've got let's see here. You got 5 minutes. So I'm gonna pull up your screen here, and let me know what you're about to do, because you got 5 minutes to make a decision, and we are dumping hard, baby. We're at 41,084.
What I did was I just upped the leverage to 33 from 22, and then went full tilt here at the bottom.
And then went full tilt, short or long?
Long, baby. Long.
Bro, you're going against an active active dump right now.
I have to. He went short. I have to.
Okay.
I told you 41K was support, right?
You did say that.
I did say that 41K was support. We're about to fuck around.
We're about to find out. We're about to
probably going to fuck around and lose that entire account. But it's not mine.
So.
But yeah, there's our line. There's our support. That's actually the target one from what we were just talking about. We've reached it. So we'll see if it blows through it after being support before. As of right now, it is. But
it looks like it's struggling on it.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's kind of, you said, this is where volatility is expanding. What I'm doing is the opposite of what everyone should do. This is a knife catching, but I just can't bring myself to open a short right here.
You just can't bring yourself to do it. You got this huge red candle. You open a short, and it's like
emotion.
The autism. Normally, I just wouldn't trade this. Let's put it that way. Normally, I just wouldn't trade this.
I wouldn't trade any of this shit.
But we have to, and so I'm already kind of committed to it, because I made the mistake of, like we talked about earlier, dollar cost averaging in. So I'm kind of like, there's 5 minutes left. You don't want to be that guy that closes his long and then it bounces, and then they're like, man, he capitulated at the bottom. I'd rather just go out,
go out swinging.
Yeah, might as well go out with a broken rib.
It's going lower.
Oh boy. 41,006. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go.
Price 40,095. Let's go.
Hold on. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin is a dumping. Crusader still won't give me credit for the fact that I said that this was going to dump. He keeps saying, well, what's technically a dump? I'm like, dude, it's down like 20%.
I saw that part, and I was like, no, this is a dump, bro. It's like it's down 15% in a week. That's a dump.
Yeah, for sure. He's like, well, what's technically a dump? And I'm like, bro, like, just give me, you know what? I don't get things right all the time. All right, give me some love here.
I don't get things right that often. No.
That's right. Let me have this one. Let me earn this.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad to spend my money. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. So we've got, let's see here. We're about to, so it's 257. What kind of leverage did you put on that?
33x. The liquidation price is 40,095. I don't think that'll happen on the show. That would be pretty wild if it did.
You said 40,095?
Yeah.
That'll nuke the whole account.
Yeah, that would nuke the whole account.
Well, we don't have that far to go.
You'll never hear me say that ever. But
we don't have that far to go.
There's no stop loss on this either, just so people know at home. Zero stop loss.
We don't have that far to go.
I told you I would do this in the last season on the last episode.
You did.
So
I will say I'm up $800 on my other exchange.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go. I got to be getting close to a full double on my short from 49. I think I am, which is nice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the only saving grace of this whole experience today. Yeah, Shane's right. Trying to catch a knife, you just don't do that. It's one of those things where, you look at the previous week low. Was it a good trade? Yeah, most weeks it is. This week it's not. It is what it is. So
let's see here. We're at is it going to catch this bounce now? Magic, you've got. Hold on a second. Just let me throw this out there. You got 1 minute. Do you throttle this to 100x and see what happens here? I'm just asking.
No. That is ballsy as shit.
You got 1 minute.
You know what?
1 minute.
You know what would happen when you do that is it would actually take me down to whatever percentage I'm down, it would just multiply it by the multiplier. So if I went to like 50x from here, I'd actually just
because it doesn't it's not going to change the size of the position.
See, I'll show
it's
you.
I'll actually,
I don't know if I can. I'll show you right here. Like, see, look, we'll do it real quick.
Well, I can't see what you.
I'll do it real quick here.
It'll just change the leverage, but not the size of the position, right?
Yeah. So look, my P&L now is worse, so it should be anyway. But it should get better as we go here. Like, here we go.
Why did it show 44.40? Oh, why did you put it in both? Oh my god! There you go. We got probably 20 seconds left.
It's gonna the fee for the transition.
Yeah,
it just eating it.
Yeah, the fee actually says 0, but here's the thing: now your liquidation price is 40,008. So like,
because you just throttled that to 100x. Yeah, don't nuke your whole account, dude.
Oh, my bad. I'll have to show.
No, I don't. Well, you are officially booted, good sir. Crow takes the dub today.
I'm gonna leave this open because
see what happens.
It's not my money. But
exactly.
But I will report back if it pans out. You guys will see it on Twitter. I'll say, hey, thanks.
As soon as we stop the recording, your shit's gonna go to the moon, dude. That's how
it's going to the moon right now. What are you talking about? We're finally getting what we were waiting for at the end. Catching a falling knife. Should have just waited for the level and then at least played the bounce. But yeah.
Well, congratulations, gents. Crow. Well, I should say congratulations, Crow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you. I worked so hard for this win, and I've been training for it for minutes and minutes.
I enjoy watching Crow on the show a lot more than I like watching myself anyway. So it's he's much more entertaining. He's got the chops. He talks a lot of shit, which I appreciate. Hey man, somebody's got to do it. Somebody has to do it on that show because I don't do it a lot. I'll do it with people that I vibe with. Like I vibe with you, so I'm like, oh cool, we can kind of chat shit. But some of the guys on there, they're like me. They get a little uptight. They're like, oh, I got to be professional. And then Crow's like, this fucking sucks.
Professional as in I'm not going to repeat it, but professional as in CryptoFace telling me that since I got a broken rib, I can take it out and do extracurricular activities at home now.
You know what's crazy about that whole thing? I heard that was funny. Is that rumor went around before the internet was really a big thing? Like, how did we all convince ourselves of that in like middle school and high school?
I know.
That's what happened.
I know. I remember
him
that.
And Trent Reznor were I
remember that really well.
All of that.
Yeah, I remember all of that. Well, Crypto Fam, we love you guys. We are down to 9 traders. Or officially, we've got 9 traders. So Crow advances in the redemption bracket. Crow, you'll be back on next Thursday against whoever the audience saves on Monday. So on Monday, the bottom 2 traders, just as a reminder, on Monday, the bottom 2 traders are going to be at risk of elimination. One of those 2 is just going to be flat out gone, and one of them is going to come on Thursday, this next Thursday against Crow, that the audience saves. So
I have to do another battle.
So you're gonna stay. Yeah. So once you get dropped into the redemption bracket, you got to win through the redemption bracket, brother.
I got to dip because I got to go to another show. Right. But thank you guys for having me, Crow. Enjoy.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
Yeah, Crow. To give you just to so basically this is the redemption bracket. So you've got to win through the redemption bracket, and if you keep winning,
I didn't know I was stuck in Loserville.
At the end, but it's not Loserville because somebody's going to come through this and gets to play in the final. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So like if you win the next couple weeks,
so I'd be the best of the losers. I see how it is.
No, you don't come in with a disadvantage at all. You literally go into the final just like the other because you will have traded just as much as everyone else. So let's say you keep winning from here, you would go into the final and it'd be the top. There would be the top 3 people.
All right.
Yeah,
let's get it. Grow your
all right, dude. Crypto Fam, rather. We love you. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Make sure to follow Crow. We got his link down below. Crow, appreciate you, bro. Congratulations on the big dub. Question everything. Trust nothing. And until next time, hodl like it's hot. We will see you soon. Thanks again, Crow. Have a good day.
See you guys.